Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Final Fantasy Brave Extras video. News for the GP version. This is a summary of the 6.5 anniversary live stream. Credits to my translators in my Discord. Anyways, so we have TIDUS. Well, obviously we have Final Fantasy 10, which I can't believe that they're doing again. I really thought it was going to be something like 3 or 15, even though they did 15 a while ago, but I thought maybe they'd do 15 again. And, or, you know, I don't know, something called Tactics. Maybe they would do that. No Tactics still, so, okay. So TIDUS is True Brave Shift, which is surprising. They've been doing these recently again. remember in the past, they would always do Brave Shift, but they would only last for a few turns. Well, some of them are actually getting True Brave Shift again, which is very generous. His TMR is 50% attack, 150% TDH, which is okay, I guess. Nothing really that amazing, actually. It's just okay. Because you'd more often than not probably still use Cloud's as TMR. More often than not, really. I mean, 50% attack you can easily gain on a weapon or something else. The STMR, however, is really interesting. This is a STMR that is closed, and so for stacking LB mods, it's 100 times mod for 5 turns to any unit. Preemptive buff. So, as long as they are stacking LB, it'll get a modifier increase of 100 times. So Sephiroth, Tifa, Dai. I'm not sure if this is physical, but you probably would only use this for physical, considering the attack on that. And there actually is not a lot of stacking LBs nowadays. They're very few in between. Hawkeye, but I don't think you would use Hawkeye at that point. There could be someone global. I'm just not thinking of them right now, but I'm pretty sure there's Zidane, but that's like copium. If you say Zidane, that's just copium. But that's a really good STMR. Base form has LB mod increase, so we don't know how much it is. And the LB sword and peril, 40% of sword and peril. So Baron finally has some sword and peril, guys. You just have to bring another new unit with you. So maybe they'll be able to test out Baron to be at his full power with a 40% sword and peril, since he doesn't have his own. That'd be interesting to see. So there's that, and a self LB mods up in his Brave Shift form, and a 150% BS killer. Meh. Okay. And a 45% throwing weapon in peril. That's decent. But his LB mod is really bad without his STMR, and probably without a modifier increase on the cooldown. 300 times, that's like lower than Sephiroth, for example. And keep in mind, this guy's a premium unit. TIDUS is a premium, so now they're doing this thing where they're doing EX2 100% all killers on EX2, and also the LB fill, and EX3 is the bait vision card and 500 flat attack. So this is interesting. That has the 100% chain cap on it. Also 150 attack. However, I feel like this is still not that good. I mean, you can debate me in the comment section down below if you'd like, but I feel like Knights of Grand Sheld's card is still better. You're losing 200 attack on that vision card there. It's only 300 attack compared to 500. So, I don't know. I think this would be really great on your second DPS if you're bringing like Dark Visions or something like that. I think that would be quite good. Don't know the restrictions on it. There might not be any. And surprisingly, they're making, well, I guess not really that surprising, because there really isn't a lot of other options to make at this point. Yeah, Lulu's now a Neo Vision base instead of a Neo Vision Awakening. I really don't think there was much to say. I don't think, to be fair, I don't think there would be anything to save that 5-star version, because all she was just a flood chainer. and there's not much you can do with that other than like work with the new Nicole that does full chaining. That's the only thing that she could work with, which isn't very good. But this TMR is really good. I don't know if they're gonna be on separate banners or not, but if they're not on separate banners, I'd like to get multiples of this TMR, that's for sure. 100% magic TDH, that's very good. Wish you had some percentage magic on it too, but oh well. And the robe would be actually not very good on Emperor because he has his own, sadly, but this is pretty good STMR. 100 magic, pretty good. I still think this is gonna be better than Magister's Coat though, because that gives LB damage for everybody. This is only for breakers, and there's not very many magic-based breakers. So the same thing, EX2 Omni Killer, 100% preemptive LB fill as well, and also EX3 static flat 500 magic. And the vision card is kind of whatever, but it gives 500 flat magic, which is interesting at least. Decent. The SLB, pretty standard stuff. It's the same. It's basically just Water Emperor. It's just Water Emperor. I'm not gonna read all of that. It's just Water Emperor. 160% Water Imperil. So I'm pretty sure the next boss is gonna be weak to water. This is kind of what they're doing now. Is they're making all these breakers with high imperils, so that you pull for them, but you need them EX3 to be maximum effectiveness. So there's that. Waka's actually getting an upgrade to New Vision Awaken from upgraded to 7-star. Now he's being a New Vision Awakening. Sadly, he is an SLB. He does not get a Brave Shift, but at least, I mean, this guy's a 3-star. He went from 3-star to 7-star and then New Vision Awakening. That's pretty good. His LB is pretty much the same, but his SLB is non-elemental 200 times, and then another 160 times if you're fighting an avian boss, and unlocks a certain ability. And here's some major copium for you guys that like Yuna. She's getting a crown enhancement, static 2000 flat 2000 flat spirit, preemptive LB fill, and her crown abilities: summon damage 120%, don't affect buffed. I'm not going to read the other two because you never use those anyways, but Anima now is a 50% amp. Very good. So there's that at least. She doesn't get anything else though. She really needed a lot more than that, sadly. Let me know if this is good for you guys, but I think that she needed a lot more than that, in my opinion. I think she needed a lot more bigger fix than that, but we'll see. Also, the Waka's STMR gets upgraded even further. It looks like, because I think it's only got 100 and something attack, and now it's 210. Pretty good. Pretty good on that. Get some tickets. They do that every now and then. Don't expect anything from that. And this boss again, where you fought this with whoever is on the screen, but now it's Yuna Shard instead. Okay. I guess I'll get her to EX3 now, but so what? In my opinion, so what? Xanarkin's TIDUS STMR gets upgraded to +4, so now it's 220 attack. And also, I really don't think this is that good, but I'm talking way too fast because there's a lot to talk about. Sorry about that, but I don't think that this Onion Knight Rod upgrade is really that valuable. But we'll talk about it in a minute. So 220 attack, 50% low burst damage, and now 758 flat attack. So it's kind of hard to ignore. Kind of hard to ignore on TIDUS. That's a lot of attack increase. Plus this two-handed weapon. But you're locked to water if you use it, so here's why I don't think it's so good. It has a lot of stuff on it. 230 magic, 200% magic buff, and then 750 flat magic and 50% low burst damage. But keep in mind, guys, we're in the magic variance era now, so that's a one-handed weapon. Not so good. Sadly, just not so good. So you're gonna. It really sucks that you lose out on this, but it's just not worth using. Unless she doesn't do a lot of damage, then fine. But I think that it's worth it to not use that. Sadly, it's not two-handed. This boss is quite good. 4,000 lapis and a crown and Lulu shards. Definitely worth doing. The login system, I can't believe they're still making it like this. For those of you who don't really watch the JP version that much, this is pretty standard actually. This is the same login bonus that we've had for a long time and they don't change it. It's nothing special. It says special on the ticket, but it's nothing special at all. Like, I have tons of these energy pots now and hi. If they're gonna make something special, make it a little better than that. And but there's a little better login here with a New Vision guaranteed ticket and a red pearl, crowns, 1 crown, 2 crowns actually, sorry about that, and an emperor. That's a 7-star thing they're giving away for free because I'm sure not a lot of people are using it. There really isn't very many options to use it, and if you use it on Waka, well, hopefully they give a refund for that because he's getting a New Vision Awakening like we mentioned. So don't use him on Waka. Here's a public service announcement. Don't use it on Waka if you didn't already. 400 free pulls, not all at once, 10 per day. And 2 times shard drop will start mid-April, so I'm looking forward to that. I need that for sure. So that means technically 2 per unit, maybe sometimes 4. That needs to be just permanent. That needs to be permanent at this point, on the JP version. That needs to be permanent. From April to June, 6.5 anniversary event quest repeat. So maybe for raids, that'd be I think that'd be only interesting for like raids and King Mogs, because otherwise, why would you, like for world quests, you really wouldn't want to repeat them. Party selection on the main screen becomes 5 to 10. That's gonna be kind of jarring for a little bit. Maybe for a few days, that'll be kind of jarring to see more spaces. At least I can already imagine, like, wow, there's more spaces to make teams. Exploration dungeon, yeah, finally there's explorations in season 4. There'll be a preview shortly here, guys. July to September, new 12 weapon chamber enemy. Interesting. It only took them over a year to finally get to this point. Item world revamp for more comfy usage, whatever that means. They're fixing chaining. Can they fix AR chaining? That'd be great. And here's the preview of the explorations. Interesting. And a really interesting thing, they're going to be upgrading the Exceed Ring, something that almost no one has anyways. A very small amount of players have this ring, and it's like whatever, but and then at the end 6.5k lapis for free, and technically probably more than that if we can get some campaigns going. So that's it, guys. What do you guys think about this another Final Fantasy X event? I mean, they just had one a while ago, but I was kind of hoping for something a little more interesting, but it is New Vision TIDUS. He's not CG though. At least I don't think he is. They would have showed him off if he was CG. Final Fantasy X is one of my favorite games ever, but I was kind of hoping it would be more down the line, and not now. So hopefully TIDUS will be good. I hope he's as strong as Balthier, because I skipped Balthier. I probably shouldn't have skipped him. I probably should have just pulled for him, because apparently he's like one of the best DPS now, and I skipped him. So hopefully Copium TIDUS is as strong, or maybe, you know, at least comparable to Balthier, I hope. But with that being said, guys, thank you guys very much for watching. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.